Everyone, welcome to Book Boop and happy Halloween to all of you out there. Today I'm going to be doing my October wrap-up, so I'll be talking about all the books that I've read in October. I didn't read quite as many as I wanted to this month, so I actually only have 3 to share with you today. As you can see, I am dressed up as Ariel, the Little Mermaid. There is a reason for that other than the fact that it's Halloween, and I will share that with you in just a minute. But the very first book that I read this month was Map of Days by Ransom. I had been highly anticipating this book. I was so excited about reading it and jumping back into the world of Miss Peregrine and all the peculiars. This particular book is a continuation of the original trilogy, but it takes place in America, but following all the same characters. So I made a little bit of a mistake with this when I started reading it. I had not read the original trilogy in a while, and so I had a little bit of trouble remembering what had happened. I thought I remembered, but I guess I didn't. So it took me a little bit to remember the characters, took me a while to remember what all their peculiarities were, and just to sort of get back into the world. I struggled getting back into it a little bit, and to me this book started a little bit slow, but I think that was probably my fault more than anything because I was just having trouble getting attached to the characters again and everything because I had trouble remembering what happened previously. So that's my fault. I should have probably tried to read through the original trilogy again, or at least read through the third book in the trilogy to prepare for this one. But overall, I really enjoyed this book a lot. I gave it a 4 stars out of 5. I had a blast seeing what the peculiar world was like in America, and it was really interesting to see how different it is from the peculiar world we were introduced to in the original trilogy. It's a lot darker, it's a lot grittier, and once the book kicked up, and it was crazy and it was amazing and I loved it. I just had so much fun and it ended on like a cliffhanger and everything, so I cannot wait for the next book. I'm really pumped about this. This is a really great continuation. I can't wait to read more of these, and if you haven't read the Miss Peregrine series, please go for it. It is fun, it's a little bit creepy, it's just weird and amazing, and one of my favorite things about these books is the fact there's a lot of illustrations that go with it. Well, not illustrations, but photographs, like legit photographs that Ransom used to incorporate within the story, so it's really fun to see those in here. There's some really creepy ones too. There's like a clown dressed as a mermaid in there. It's really weird. Not why I'm dressed by a mermaid. But anyway, so the next book that I read this month was Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. It is an origin story for Ursula. One of the reasons why I'm dressed like this right now. And this book, again, I feel like I didn't do this book justice necessarily, and also even the third book, because I tried something different this month. I tried creating a TBR for myself. I am very much a mood reader, which means usually I don't know what book I'm going to read next after I finish one. I just kind of have to think about how I feel and like what book sounds good to me at the time. So I'm not so good when it comes with creating a TBR, but I tried that this month. I was going to the beach with my husband for our anniversary, and so I wanted to try to read beachy feeling reads, which were Little Mermaid and ocean theme books. So that's what I had planned on reading, and unfortunately I wasn't in the mood to read them when I was reading them, so I don't think I enjoyed them quite as much as I would have. That was a long explanation, I'm sorry. But Sea Witch by Sarah Henning, origin story of Ursula. Like I said when I read Heartless, which is the origin story for the Queen of Hearts, you know how it's going to end, right? You know it's not going to end well. It's an origin story for a villain. So you see from the beginning of this character that's supposed to end up being Ursula, she's sort of this sweet, innocent, good person, and you know by the end it's probably not going to end well, so that's always hard for me. It's heart-wrenching for me to read a story like that and to know that it's not going to end well. I did enjoy it. I think I gave it 3 stars out of 5. It was a little bit slow to me, to be honest, but there is, if you do read it, there is a twist. There's a plot twist further along in the book. If you can make it to that, that's when it gets really good, because the plot twist I didn't really see coming, and from that point on, it was just so much fun, and it was intense, and it was awesome. So if you read this book, please hang in there until there's that big plot twist, and then it gets a lot more fun. But if you're a fan of The Little Mermaid and you're a fan of just villains in general, like Disney villains, please pick that up. That's Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. The last book that I read this month is another reason I'm dressed up as Ariel, and that is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. Sea Witch and To Kill a Kingdom I both read digitally. That's why I'm not able to hold them up for you right now. But To Kill a Kingdom is a dark retelling of The Little Mermaid, and boy was it. It was pretty dark. So instead of Ariel being this sweet like mermaid that sings and falls in love with a prince and wants to be human. Ariel she's named Lyra in the story, and she is a siren. She's a princess siren. So basically she uses her voice to lure sailors to their deaths. Specifically, she targets princes. So she lures them into the water, drowns them, and right before they die, she slams her hand into their chest and pulls their heart out. And every heart that she takes, she gains more power. That's pretty dark, right? So basically, with her, she is the siren, and then her mother is the queen of the sirens, and she's basically more or less Ursula. She's this powerful, just power-hungry, evil person. And one day, when Lyra does not live up to her standards, she turns Lyra into a human, which is what she despises the most, and she is sent out to destroy and kill this prince, who's also a pirate, who is a siren killer. So basically, that siren killer is Eric, and Lyra and Elion, that's his name, their worlds collide, and they eventually realize that their worlds aren't quite as different as they thought to believe. The story was pretty intense. I gave it, actually, I hate to say this, I gave this a 2-star out of 5. And I hate to say that because I think I read it at the wrong time. Again, I was not in the mood to read it when I read it, and I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was in the mood for it. But I really enjoyed the concept. I loved the concept of this dark, twisted retelling of Little Mermaid. I love this concept that the mermaids were sirens instead, and the sirens were just this ruthless, murderous race that lived in the ocean. And I loved it. I loved the world building in it. I thought that was great. But honestly, I didn't like the characters. That's why I didn't end up liking the story that much. Probably what drove me craziest was the fact that Lyra and Elion, who are Eric and Ariel, basically, when they're around each other, they always talk in banter. They always talk in witty banter, trying to one-up each other with each comment. And at first it was kind of funny, but that's how they always talked. And after a while, it got kind of on my nerves. So I didn't really end up enjoying it as much as I would have liked. Again, I liked the concept. And I hated that I gave it 2 stars. I really struggled trying to decide what to give that one because I really wanted to love it. I'd heard so many good things about it. If you love The Little Mermaid, please give it a chance. Please don't just take my word about the fact that I gave it what I gave it. I think it's also just because I wasn't in the mood for it. But please give it a chance. There's a lot of people out there that really, truly loved that book, To Kill a Kingdom. Alexandra Christo. Sorry, said the wrong name. But it was still really good. I think you should give it a shot, especially if you love Little Mermaid, you love Disney, those kind of things, and you like dark, twisted retellings, because those are so much fun. You gotta love the dark, twisted stuff. But unfortunately, that's all I read this month. I was hoping to read a lot more this month, like more than I normally do, because I was going on vacation, but just some life things happened, and I wasn't able to read as much as I would have hoped. And I'm looking forward to jumping into some hopefully really creepy reads and kind of like fall feeling reads in November. I'm really pumped about that. There's one I started right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm really loving it. I'm pumped about it, and I can't wait to tell you about it. I'm only just a little bit in, and I'm already hooked, and I'm loving it so far. But if you have read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. And also, please let me know down below if you're dressing up for Halloween. What are you dressing up for this year? What are you going to be? Let me know. I love to hear about people's costumes and what they decide to dress up as. I'm the kind of person, I love to dress up every single year, and when I dress up, I commit. I usually wear a wig and go all out, because if I'm going to dress up, I'm going to dress up. So I love me some Halloween. I love to get dressed up. But yeah, on this side of the screen over here is going to be my logo. If you click on that, then you can subscribe to my channel and follow me on my book journey. On this side of the screen over here is going to be suggestion for another video you can watch right now if you'd like to do that. But thank you so much for watching. Happy Halloween! You rock, and don't forget to keep reading. Bye!